Hey, what's up, guys? Oh, what is up? So, welcome to day 32 of intelligence maxing. As you can see, I do have. Okay, so now you can see my screen. So, from the title, yep, it's ABO versus PBO again. It's ABO versus PBO part 2. So, this is a. My face is like right in front of the code. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So what I'm doing here is I have an extra credit problem that I kind of want to do for class. So, maybe I could do this. Right, so I have an extra credit problem that I want to get done for class, and it has to deal with the valuation of pension liabilities. And I think that I'm having a bit of trouble. This is a pretty hard problem to kind of solve. So I'm going to spend some time today before I have a meeting with my team and the professor around 7:30. It's 5:30 right now. Probably going to spend an hour or so and then go for a run, then come back, start the meeting. But let's try to make some progress here. So let's see. Let me try to get myself situated here. Alright, and then let me, okay, so I need this, and then I also want the drive pulled up, Google Sheets. Excuse me. Okay, drive. Share it with me. Can't find it. Right. Gmail. Probably have to go to my email to find it. Helen. Okay, I'm not too sure why this thing is just not loading. That's kind of weird. Oh, nice. Okay. Open in Google Sheets. Okay, so kind of situated here. Got the problem pulled up. So we're given some data about, I guess not data, but inputs into some type of model that we can create. But we're trying to value the liabilities of some person within a pension plan that is going to retire. And so this plan is going to cover this guy. And he has some type of salary, hypothetical salary, and we just have to predict using two different evaluation methods, the ABO, the PBO, the cumulative benefit obligation, and I think PBO is predicted. PBO pension projected, so projected benefit obligation. The idea with an accumulated benefit obligation, you're kind of just looking at the obligations of a person or some group of people if they were to just have the same salary for the rest of their entire career. And the projected pension benefits obligation, PBO, is you're making an assumption of projected salary benefits in the future, salary increases in the future. So usually defined benefit plans, they calculate the actual benefits. It's defined based on a formula that uses the actual years worked and then also the final salary. That was a long-winded way of saying that the final salary is important, or at least an average of the final salaries is important. So usually then having the, what's it called? Having a kind of somewhat accurate measure of the salary is important. And I've been able to find, so this is pretty much all of the work I've done to kind of calculate everything. I think what I've done so far is just calculate all of the money that needs to be contributed if we were to value the liabilities with an accumulated benefit obligation method, and I have to think about how we would do that for the projected benefit obligation. But I do think I want to clean this up just a little bit and kind of understand what's going on here, right? So let's see. So benefits formula. So this formula describes how the retiree will receive, how much the retiree will receive when he/she retires. It is a function of two variables. Listed below. Okay, so this is kind of the, let me see, all right. My screen froze, so I need to fix this again. Let's see. I say that a lot. Let's see, and so some other random things. Okay, here we go. The bottom. All right, nice. There we go. Okay. Now, this is the formula that is really important and will stay consistent no matter what type of valuation metric we use. This is going to be the same. Really, at the end of the day, this should be the one that changes. The final salary, that'll be different for the ABO versus PBO, but the number of years worked, I think, should be pretty consistent. Pretty consistent in the sense that no matter what type of valuation metric we use, it's going to be the same. So, okay, let's see. How should we say the next section? Benefit formula. Maybe then within this we can have expected years worked. No matter what type of the expected years worked is not affected by the valuation metric we choose, ABO, PBO. So this variable will stay constant in both cases. We tried estimating the expected years worked using a weighted average approach, similar to the idea of computing duration. So expected years, I think this is equal to, so what do we do here? I'm going to say ABO and then PBO. Title, question 5. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so I think what we can do is probability of staying. Yeah, I think this is probably what we're going to need for the expected years worked. I see. Okay. Oop. I think this should be good. Probability of staying 30 years. Right. So this is going to be a helper function to determine probability of staying with company for n years. Probability of staying n years is equal to probability stay raised to the n. Okay. Function to calculate the number of years worked, the expected number of years with the company. Total number of years that the retiree will work, even if he leaves / she leaves the company, right? The worker has a 100% chance of staying for 1 year, given. So it's given that. Okay. Pen, okay, iterates through all the working years, add the probability of staying to the list probabilities. Okay, so then we normalize the probabilities list so that the actual values will sum up to 1. That is probs.sum equal 1. Okay. Python. Inputs. So expected years is equal to, I think we have a vector of, call this W transpose, maybe P dot transpose, and then think vec years. Why? Maybe shouldn't do this. transpose y, where P is equal to vector normalized probabilities for staying each year, y vector of years. Oops. Both vectors have the dimension both vectors are, I think it's 30 by 1. 30 times 1. Okay. The expected years worked is around 12 years. So, in the next 2 sections, we try to find the difference values for the final salary. Okay. Okay, so the ABO is the ABO assumes the salary of the worker will not increase, simplifies the estimation of ST because the T is simply the worker's current salary. ABO. Okay, so final salary. Number of years benefits. Current salary. So inputs given. Find so expected annual payments. Okay. ABO. Alright, I think that's good. Now the hard part is the PBO. So, calculating the annuities. Okay, so what does PBO assume? PBO assumes that the salary will increase. PBO assumes, tries to incorporate future salary increases, which can get a bit, which is a bit more complicated. Okay. I think P told us to make some assumptions. The worker is expected to receive pay increases equal to inflation plus 2% per year from age 40 until age 65, as long as he stays with the firm. And even if real and nominal interest rates change, current nominal interest rates for all maturities are 6% per annum. Expected rate of inflation is 3.5% per annum. Okay, so I think then we could try to forecast his future salary, and then we'll choose his salary in year 12 and use that as the oh man, okay. Thank you. Okay, so we need to find his future expected salary. Def forecast nominal salary. So nominal salary is just the salary that doesn't take into account inflation. So with that being said, I think we could start with, what do we need here? We need the initial, or I guess the current salary, the growth, inflation rates, and then we need the fixed spread. Okay. I feel like there's also one more. I think that's good because we can just kind of hard code that 5-year gap in this. I guess, okay. Age, lower bound age, upper bound age. So forecast the future expected salary of the worker. Okay, so salaries is equal to period, no, I'll call this no increase period. So it's equal to upper bound age minus lower bound age. Per age. Call it lower bound age minus per age. Oh, actually, the 5 is just so I'm assuming at the end, so when he turns 41. So has to wait 5 years before his salary increase kicks in. Increases. Okay. So growth rate is equal to inflation rate plus fixed spread. So he has a fixed spread. Okay. Alright. Then we could say salary is equal to no increase period times per salary. Salaries, okay. Salary growth rates, and then we have a salary list of forecasted salaries. Okay. For I in so salary increase period. Range salary increase period +1. Actually, no. Salaries dots append growth. So cur salary times 1 plus the growth rate. We raise this to the I. Okay, so 1. Yeah, we're gonna need to +1. Alright, and then turn salaries round okay, yeah, the expected number of years worked is less. Alright, so let's round down. Okay. So we have the forecasted nominal salary. Now we just need number of benefits. So forecasted salaries is equal to forecast nominal salary. I believe it's current salary. Inflation rate is equal to 0.035. Fixed spread is equal to 0.2, I believe. 0.2. Okay, so we have the inflation rates, and then we also have the fixed spread, and then we also have a salary increase period. I believe the salary increase period is also is 20. No, it's actually 25. Because he retires at 65. Yeah. So inputs. Alright, and then we have our forecasted salary. All forecasted salaries. And then this is going to be our forecasted salary for workers' expected years of service. Okay, so with this we could take, well, let's just print out the expected number of years worked. Expected years work, that's what it is. So we could say final salary is equal to forecasted salaries. And then we do the, I think it's number of years worked. Expected years worked. That's what it is. I keep forgetting. Salaries. Expected years worked. So print final salary. Okay, so print final salary, estimated final salary using PBO. Okay, and then let's round this to 2 decimal points. Actually, we should round this to 2 decimal points. And then it should be good. ABO. Alright, this is ABO, expected annual pay, ABO, ABO. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Now we just have to do this. So expected annual pay, PBO instead of ABO. Python. PBO. Alright, 0.02. What does the 0.02 represent again? Yeah, I kind of forgot. Percent of salary. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's from the benefit formula. Alright, current salary. Final salary, expected years worked. So print estimated annual payments using PBO. Spin around. Alright, does this make sense though? Because I would expect the payments to be different. PBO should be higher than ABO, which it is by a decent amount. Okay, I feel like that makes economic sense. I do have to go use the bathroom though, so I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Estimated final salary using PBO. Okay, so let me try to think here. We have we have everything we need now for the annual payment. So we actually know how much a person is going to receive, or we know the estimation of how much a person is going to receive based on these two valuation metrics. I think the last step then is to calculate, I think the question asks us to figure out how much money the firm needs to contribute to the pension plan each year. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking. At the end of the day, these payments represent cash flows to an annuity. That's kind of what the defined benefit is. At the end of whenever you retire, you're just receiving an annuity. I think in this case, we assume that he has a 20-year annuity. So I think there's mathematical formulas we could calculate the present value of an annuity and also the payment that is required to. Okay, sorry. So you can also calculate the future value of an annuity and then use that formula to solve for the actual cash flows or the annuity payment. So we're going to need both of these. First one is to find the present value of an annuity when that person retires. So I think, yeah, these are going to be important formulas for us to use. To summarize, to recap, we have the following estimations of the benefits that will be paid out annually for the two valuation metrics. Right, we have the ABO, which is going to be, I think, I want to see, $24,000, okay, and then the PBO, which is going to be, I think, 36,832.48. So note that the PBO is higher than the ABO, which makes sense because, which makes economic sense because PBO incorporates the value of economic sense because PBO incorporates the value of future of salaries, growth in salary. Okay. Calculating the annuities. So this part should be the same. This process should be the same for both valuation types. So now the final steps are to find the present value of the annuity that pays out the benefits, and then find the payments so pays out the benefit. The present value can be treated as, so we think the present value can be treated as the future value of an annuity that's pays X today, starting from the workers' day, first day of employment. So this annuity is the amount that the pension fund should contribute in order to secure the workers, in order to ensure that the worker has enough for retirement. So the interest rate is 6%. So these are inputs. PV ABO. Okay, PV PBO. Expected annual pay PBO. Pay years. Okay, so present value of the benefits annuities, and then you also have the payments ABO. So we need the PBO and PBO. PV, ABO, PV, PBO. Okay. Alright. ABO, PBO, ABO, PBO. Okay. Payment ABO, payment PBO. All right, let's round this to the nearest 2. Round 2. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not supposed to do this actually. I'm a fool, I'm a fool, I'm a fool. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I think this is what we need to do, yeah. We don't do it on okay. Annuity payments, so that makes sense. Annual contribution. This is what we should be. Okay. Okay. All right. Sensitivity. Sensitivity analysis. Okay. So I think the last step then, we have the contributions. I think we just have to measure how this changes, increases equal to inflation plus 2% per year from age 40 until age 65. So we have real interest. If the real interest is equal to real interest is equal to so inflation is rate is equal to inflation rates minus 0.005, inflation rate plus 0.005. Okay, so this is changes in 50 basis points of real interest. So nominal rates IR minus 0.005, IR plus 0.005, changes in 50 points in nominal interest. Okay, so we have nominal rates, inflation rates, and then I think we just have to iterate through both. Yeah, I think I could do this when I get back. I am going to go for a run real quick, and I want to make sure I make it back before my meeting starts. So I'm going to end this here, and then I'll come back hopefully within 30 minutes. Don't plan on running that long, so I'll be back in like 30 minutes, and then I'll continue the stream then. But yeah, made some good progress. I think this is good starting out, and I will see you guys in the next one.